Choices. Life is full of them. Sometimes we make the right choices and sometimes not so much. In Matthew chapter 1, verses 18 through 25, we get a look at the beginning of Joseph's fatherhood journey. Now, Joseph's marriage, seems like it didn't start off as easy as he'd hoped. Before they consummated their marriage physically, Mary was with child. The author Matthew in verse 18 lets us know that something supernatural is happening, though Joseph would not find this out till later. Joseph is faced with a choice. In verse 19, Matthew makes a point of emphasizing the fact that Joseph, he was a good man. We're given insight into his thoughts, and he's left with a few choices. If he wanted, he could go public, which would place shame on Mary and could even seek the death penalty of the law. However, divorcing Mary privately would allow for time to pass, so that perhaps the truth would come out sooner or later. Joseph, being the stand-up guy that he was, chose to do the latter, to divorce her quietly. Would appear to be the best option for both of them, the best choice. I wonder if Mary shared the words of the angel and the response from Elizabeth with Joseph. Mary's story was incredible, and yet somehow Joseph could not help but wonder, where did this child come from? Who was the father? Was it really from God? In verse 20, everything changes. An angel appears to Joseph in a dream. It took a good man, a man of faith, to believe the angel's words. Don't be afraid, Joseph. Take Mary as your wife. What a good husband Joseph was to Mary, to comfort her and to protect her and her unborn child. Joseph would take Mary home as his wife. This child would be born of a virgin and would fulfill the Old Testament prophecies, based in part on the prophecies of Isaiah 7:14. Jesus was to be called Emmanuel, meaning God with us. I love how the Apostle John describes the Emmanuel. He says this beautifully. Now the Word became flesh and took up residence among us. We saw his glory, the glory of the one and only, full of grace and truth, who came from the Father. John testified about Jesus and cried out, "This one was the one about whom I said, 'He who comes after me is greater than I am,' because he existed before me." For we have all received from his fullness one gracious gift after another. For the law was given through Moses, but grace and truth came through Jesus Christ. No one has ever seen God. The only one, himself God, who is in the presence of Father, has made God known. Joseph listened. He took Mary as his wife and trusted in God's plan. And we don't know exactly what Joseph was feeling at this point in the journey, but I can imagine him feeling probably overwhelmed. Like, what did he get himself into? Joseph made a choice to trust God, to follow him, a choice to care for Mary and this baby, to take a leap of faith into the unknown, to journey where he had never gone before. When did you last take a leap of faith like Joseph? When did you make that choice to trust God? Let's be a people of faith, a people that trust God, that rely on him even when the circumstances around us seem outrageous and out of control. Be encouraged, and remember, if God is for us, who can be against us?